And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Just like that.
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And complete right side to Cook. Touchdown, Vikings! Dalvin Cook, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in Week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
SOS. Over here. Hey, black. Check 24. Check 43.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Ben Gideon coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Hey, check 26.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They start the drive with Cook, and this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go. 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now he'll go deep down the middle. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And now out comes Minnesota. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Minnesota. 49 yards. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has 0 answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And when the quarterback drops and has a guy that wide open in the end zone, his eyes have to get just as big as grapefruits.
Oh, without a doubt. This is the easiest throw you're... Make that throw.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Adams. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And the Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Blue 58.
It's 59. Mike the 59.
Coming to you. Go right.
Back.
Get Mike. Switch. Charlie. Go left, Charlie.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Box it. Hey, orbit.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. Man open. That's Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 52 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Check 26. Right left.
Watch the twins. Whip.
Inside.
Watch the whip. Showing it.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
This will be caught at about the 6. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Blue 58.
Here's Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Get that ball. Check 15. Check 15.
Throwing his Cousins, escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Kenny Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Well, they'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a fourth down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
The Packers take over first and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point seeding.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
From the 24, Rodgers. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, watch it.
Now Cousins. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the... He's got it at the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A toss to Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. On 2nd and 15 now. Cousins toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football.
26, Mike. 26, Mike. Hey, no, easy. That's the way.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And now out comes Minnesota. Well, what a break here. Turnover late in this first half, and now they're set up in field goal range already.
With a chance to get more. So what you're telling your unit as they go out onto the field is very...
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep
that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 21-yard line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Following the interception, Cousins eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Rodgers going to throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Check 30. Bravo.
Throwing again. Rodgers. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Ben Gideon able to record his 5th sack of the season.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
A gain of 17 yards.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. This is taken at about the 14. That's a 49-yard punt, 8, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Focus, defense, focus.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
They run it again with Cook. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Gun. Hey, we're good, we're good. 24 is the mic. Hey, exit. I'm coming for you.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On second down, Cousins again. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Minnesota. And even 50 yards.
First down.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10.
Four down. Alert. Switch it. Line out, line out.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
While a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Packers! Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some.
From the 27, Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve.
They've become just as critical to the
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith with a big-time sack on third down. It's a loss of 7. Here's Matt Wild now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return, here's Agnew. Might have needed just one more block as it stands. 37-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 at the 45.
Easy. 59. Plant.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Big loss here as he's taken down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Slam.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. To throw, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Packers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be third and a mile.
Hey, turn it out. Check. 59. Check. Okay, over here. Check 3.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain of 39 on third.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Send it up. 319. 59. Mike to 59. Get 300. Mike 5. Hey, seam 6. Let's go, D. 319.
From the gun, Rodgers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Cousins on first down. And that is incomplete here. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
300. 26 Mike. Man out. 26 Mike. Hey, box drop. All right, here we go.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Well, that's how you convert on third down with an explosive gain of 34. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Yeah, this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And that leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
Again, it's Cook. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. 3rd and short yardage. Cousins out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Box it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Able to locate his running back open downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First and 10.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Go.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just in. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. He's got daylight. The 40. The 20. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Bailey now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Next to score, Vikings 49, Packers 10. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Mike.
319. You better bring it.
Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close.